Welcome back to Tisdale Manor. If you're new here, welcome. I'd love to have you join our community where we explore interiors that delight, inspire, and move you. Highlighting a master in the interior design world is Cathy Kincaid. Kincaid is a master of timeless, elegant interiors that feel both luxurious and effortlessly livable. Known for her nuanced color palettes, often starting with a foundation or base layer before adding pattern and texture. This could be neutral walls, foundational furniture, or a consistent color palette. A calm backdrop allows patterns and textures to stand out without overwhelming the space. Kincaid clearly appreciates the combination of blue and white, and it's a combination she uses a lot. She thinks of it as almost a neutral. But there's hardly a color she doesn't love, and believes that we all have a palette we're drawn to. Whatever color you choose, it's important to thread it throughout the house to help rooms relate to one another. Otherwise, it can look like a show house where designers are competing to make the rooms as different as possible to stand out. Mixing patterns add movement and energy, but requires balance. Kincaid successfully does this by varying the scale. Combining large, medium, and small scale patterns avoids visual chaos. Using patterns that share common colors will blend effortlessly. Some designers like to say there are no rules, but Kincaid somewhat disagrees. She thinks there actually are a lot of rules, but they soon become second nature for designers, so they may not even realize that they're following them. Houses should reflect a sense of style, but first they must be comfortable and functional. Then you can play with the rest. For example, you need a table beside where you're sitting to set a drink on, and you need a lamp nearby for reading. The furniture should be comfortable, but it should also be scaled properly for the room. Do you agree that there are no rules? I'd love to hear what you think. Please leave your thoughts in the comments section to begin a conversation with others. Kincaid uses exquisite dressmaker details inspired by fashion design, which often includes precise stitching, pleats, ruffles, piping, embellishments, and luxurious fabric treatments. These details add a layer of texture, sophistication, and personalization, making a space feel custom and high-end. Kincaid says we've been building all these great big houses with very tall ceilings, and people generally think that means you need huge pieces of furniture to fill them up. Instead, she thinks it starts to look a little like Alice in Wonderland, with gigantic chairs in gigantic spaces. You end up sitting too far away from the person next to you. It works better to break up a large room into several seating areas made up of smaller furniture. There is no exact recipe for a Cathy Kincaid interior, but there are ingredients she uses again and again. For example, she likes to use pretty lampshades made correctly with trim, piping, and liner so that when you turn the lights on, they give off a pretty color. Antique textiles on pillows give a room a look that can't be achieved by only using newly printed fabrics. Old saris, or English, French, and Indian block prints. Anything that has some age and where the colors are all natural dyes. She also likes layering carpets. Sisal on the floor helps ground a room and keep it from getting too fussy, and you can always layer a patterned rug on top of it. Of course, she also loves using wallpaper. Wallpaper helps create depth in a room that doesn't have many windows. She often papers a space that isn't very pretty architecturally or has weird angles. An all-over pattern makes those angles go away. She says if using a bold wallpaper, let surrounding furniture be more subdued to avoid overwhelming the room. She often creates interesting groupings of paintings and porcelains, even on top of a scenic wallpaper, but things never feel visually cluttered. She intuitively knows when enough is enough. So, how do you know enough is enough? There's an old saying attributed to Coco Chanel that says before you walk out the door, you should take off one accessory. Sometimes you have to stand back, look at a space, and decide what isn't needed.